Hello, welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another starting base. Now this starting base is bigger than any other starting base I've showcased in the past, and it's called the Theta Outpost, which is this lovely thing over here. So like I said, this is one big starting outpost that goes one further and gives you a basic land vehicle, a basic air vehicle to get around, go to outposts, start doing contracts if that's what you're after. We also have a little bit of defense in the form of 2 Gatling turrets, and as you can see on the right hand side, a large cargo container, a large hydrogen tank, so this base should last you a nice long time before you can get set up and build your own giant base. So you have 10 to find this in this bomb menu. The Theta Outpost is 3,481 large blocks, using pretty much all of the DLC packs. We also have a nice lot of information about it, such as the scripts it uses, and what it's meant for. So simply give this a thumbs up. We'll move around towards the very front, we'll have a quick look around the outside, and we'll have a tour of the interior, play around with some of the vehicles, and I think that'll be that. So starting over here, because this is the main entrance, what we got is a bunch of steps to come up to 2 doors that do have an airlock, so you can use this on a non-auction planet. On the left hand side behind our railings, we do have some fantastic use, some unfinished neon tubes that go up to an LCD screen acting as a billboard telling you the outpost name. Just turning around here, here's our cargo container with some steps to get up to it. There's our hydrogen tank with a Gatling turret right next to it to shoot down any kind of pesky drones coming towards you. If we were to move around over to this section, that's what that looks like. Around onto the opposite side, instead of having 2 doors to go inside, we instead got a gateway, because this is where our land vehicle is currently being stored. So putting the camera all the way through into here, that is our lovely basic vehicle to drive around. It looks more like something that would be good on the Pertam racetrack, but we do have 2 connection points, so we can have another vehicle inside here. We've got some planters upside down for some decoration, which is the first time I've ever seen that. And right behind there is another gate outside the opposite way. We'll come back to that a bit later. Pulling away from that and move around onto the side, even more railings to make sure you don't accidentally fall off this. So if you did have this on a mountainside, well, at least you got a bit of safety. Onto this section, some solar panels, some renewable power, and there's our windows that we saw on the inside there next to our land vehicle. We've got some more areas for another land vehicle to come up to and have a bit of service done, get repaired up, get refueled and all that, thanks to the steps to come up to some catwalks. That's the ramp of how our vehicle is going to get up and over to that catwalk so you can do the work on there. Then right next to it, we can see another ramp goes up to our gateway, go inside the area we just saw. Over to this section, we've got some more walkways which we'll take a closer look on foot. But here's some beam blocks, come up to some more steel blocks with some more windows where we can peer inside our living quarters. And over onto this section, I'll put my light on for the moment. You can see a doorway to go inside, which is going to be our battery storage. There's some auction tanks. Then onto this section, here is our landing pad, where our small vehicle that comes with the blueprint is currently docked up and ready to go. On the very edge, we've got some auction farms to generate a bit of auction inside, which is very useful if you're on the moon, on Mars, an alien planet, or any kind of modded planet that you're using this base on. We get a closer look around at the top section, we've got a doorway to go inside, we can see our sitting area, our kitchen area at the top there. Over to this section, there's our other Gatling turret, we can see inside our sitting area, all the way around. Over to this section, here we go, we move up just a little bit, we've got some steps come all the way up to another set of solar panels where I'm currently standing. And then we've got a ladder that comes all the way up to our laser antenna, so we can do maintenance work all over this structure. We were to spin all the way around. There we go, we can see our beacon. I've got some lovely railings all the way around the outside, apart from on the corners, which you could use as an emergency escape, just to jump off there all the way down to the lower floor and escape danger. If we were to go up and look down at it, there's our landing pad for our small ship. Moving across where I'm standing, there's our beacon antenna, laser antenna, solar panels. We can see clearly both our guns, the hydrogen tank, the cargo container, and there is our vehicle bay for our windows at the back. And there we go, that's a brief look around the outside of the Theta Outpost. It looks bloody fantastic with how it's all been set up. You've got everything you need to survive in survival mode, plus some lovely vehicles. And now it's time for me to grab hold of my character. We can run off this edge, jump all the way down. It's time to have a look at the interior. So we're going to start off by looking in the land vehicle area. We're going to take a closer look at the land vehicle. We won't drive it around, we'll leave it in here for the moment. But this is what we get all the way around. So we've got some lights on top, there's our planter, there's our shelves, there's our connector to dock another vehicle up to, and this is our vehicle. So at the front, we've got ourselves a hinge to dock it up, recharge its batteries and all that. On the side, we also see a hinge and a camera at the back there to help reverse this up, and of course to dock it up if we don't need that connector. Onto the opposite side, We can see some blaster edge blocks with an X on there acting as fuel tanks, as well as a medium cargo container, so a few bits and bobs inside. Let's still wait for the opposite, we'll open that up. And there we go. That's our repair bay, so we can drive up to this, walk all the way up, start repairing it up if it took damage, and of course load up anything, build onto it if you need to, and all that. Now we just drop down, we'll take a look through this doorway, then we'll go back through the main entrance and work our way up. Opening up this section, on the inside, here is a bunch of batteries, because this is your battery storage, and we've got a couple more shelves for some decoration. Looking up and around, there we are. Fantastic use of our neon tubes, acting as wirings going towards the back of the batteries. And opening up this doorway, now come around to this section where we'll see our auction tanks. We can walk all the way around it thanks to this half catwalk, and will lead us nicely back to the main entrance. And there we go. So now we're going to open up both these doorways, so that's on the left and right hand side. Coming through here, the doors will automatically close behind us. We do have the auto door and airlock script on here, and this is what we're greeted with. So right in the middle, we've got a transparent LCD screen with our automatic LCD screen script on there, with some freight crates for some decoration, some nice use of our table. Then looking around, there's our O2HU generator, basic refinery, basic assembler with a cylinder on top. Around to here, an easy cargo access, looking up, an air vent. Over to this section, a programmable block with our automatic LCD screen script on there. Turning around, that's our doorway to head into our vehicle bay, so we can close that up, open that, and there we are once again, closing that and turning around. There's some armory lockers along the side. Looking up there, there's a heat vent. And over to this section, a small sitting area, as well as another LCD screen showing us our components and ammo. Turning around and walking up the steps, all the way up to here, quite a long way to go. And now into this section, we've got a small little control bay area with a control seat with another LCD screen in front of it. Just hopping in here, we've got no controls whatsoever, but we can see our solar panels are battery powered stored, which is always a handy thing to know. Hopping out, there's a cryopod. Around here, some more decoration in form of our planters. There's our survival kit. Then coming out this doorway, double door once again, we now access our small air vehicle. So our small air vehicle is ready to go straight out of the box. It's very good for going scouting all patches, very good for going over to outposts, and of course for lifting up a few bits and bobs and dragging it to where it needs to go. An industrial cockpit on the front, a medium cargo container in the middle. You see our heat vents on the side, atmospheric thrusters, a nice lot of batteries. There's an ejector out the back for some decoration. And at the back there we go. We'll come out of that a bit later, fly it around, crash it at the end. Now we've got to come back through here, close this up. We've got a few more ways to go. So turning immediately to the left hand side, we've got another door to come through, which is going to be to another area with a planter. We can open that up for another locker. We've got a few beds, toilet and shower setup, so we can come in here, have a sleep, go get changed, and then go back to work. Anyway, opening up this doorway, coming through here, we've got a seating area, so we can see what's going on outside. Over to this section, a projector table projecting a very big ship. Not sure what that is, but looks very impressive. Over to this section, another seat so you can sit down and admire the ship on the table. And we've got a fantastic view all the way out, so we can see exactly what's going on the outside. Anyway, coming back all the way through, we need to come up to another floor. So round up these steps, all the way up. That programmable block right there I did miss out. That's the auto door and airlock script. We can easily see the animation being displayed on the front. All the way up. Then got a little sitting area. So this is our kitchen area. So there's our kitchen block. There's our little counter with our clan cola and our cosmic coffee. So we can go and prepare stuff up over here, bring it over here, get your drink, and go and eat it on this table. There we are. We also got a vending machine around the back so we can get a bit of cola to take on our journey. Can look down at our air vehicle so we can easily see who's fiddling around with the ship and if anyone's docking up or taking off. Anyway, opening up this doorway, coming through here, a double door once again. This will take us to our rear area with our other Gatling gun, so we can easily come to here, repair it, manually load it up if we need to. Then we come up these steps, all the way up. This is where I started, next to the two solar panels, next to that control panel. We've got another set of stairs that come all the way up, where we can access this ladder, move all the way up to the very top where our laser antenna is sitting. And that is that, the inside and outside of the Theta Outpost. Yes, like I said, it's an absolute fantastic outpost to use in survival mode, to use at the start of survival mode. It does give you a lot more than other starting bases tend to give, but this one is a nice change of pace, especially with the land vehicle, especially with the air vehicle, and that's what we're now going to play around with. So hopping into this, so here we go, we're going to turn on our thrusters, turn on whatever that is, switch on our batteries, and we're going to disconnect ourselves and lift up. And this is what we get. Oh, looks like we are a little bit funny with that. There is the dampener now turned on, and we can fly this thing around. and it's as you expect from a very small ship. It's very fast, very agile, easy to maneuver around, and should prove very useful in your adventures. Yes, that's pretty much it for the Theta Outpost. It's a lovely outpost to use in survival mode, and should serve you very well until you're able to get set up yourself. There'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.